Good evening. Tonight we mark the 112th birthday of the Lubavitcher Rebbe on Yud Aleph Nisan, the 11th of Nisan. There's a story told about the Rebbe in the early 70s. It was a group of students that came to visit the Rebbe, and they asked the Rebbe all kinds of questions, on all topics. At the end, a student asked the Rebbe, "Is it true what I've heard about you, that you have the power to perform miracles?" The Rebbe answered, "The ability to perform miracles is not limited to a few, but rather each and every one of you can perform a miracle." And the Rebbe said, "In order to prove my point, I will demonstrate a miracle right now." Well, all the students got so excited, and the Rebbe said, "I'm going to ask each and every one of you to take upon yourself to improve in the area which you need improvement, but in your mind you think that it is beyond your reach and you cannot do it. I want you to make a decision that you're going to do it. When you do it successfully, you have then had performed a miracle, because you have overcame the limitations of your physical nature. And the reason why all of you have the power to do a miracle is because all of you have a neshama, a divine spark." Actually, this Shabbat is called Shabbat Hagadol, the Great Shabbat. The reason is because on this Shabbat, a great miracle happened. When God was about to take us out of Egypt, the Shabbat before, God commanded all the Jewish people to take a lamb or a goat into your home and to keep it for 5 days, eventually to offer it as the Passover offering. When the Egyptians saw every Jew having a goat and a sheep in their house, they asked, why? Why are you doing this? And the Jews answered, because God is ready to bring about the 10th plague on Egypt, which is the death of the firstborn. And we will do the offering and God will save the Jews. The Egyptian firstborn approached Pharaoh, demanded from Pharaoh to release the Jewish people. Pharaoh refused. And a war broke out between the Egyptian firstborn and the forces of Pharaoh. And this is why it's called a great miracle. Because in all other miracles, when we were faced with an enemy, the enemy miraculously was stopped or defeated. But in this case, the enemy wasn't just prevented from hurting us, but the enemy itself was fighting on behalf of the Jewish people. The enemy itself turned into a friend. So Hasidic philosophy teaches that there's 2 ways to deal with evil successfully. One is by stopping it, subduing it. The second is by transforming it, transforming the evil into good, transforming the power of the darkness and utilizing it and harnessing it for the good and for the service of Hashem. Wishing you all a good Shabbat and a kosher and happy Passover.